Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, and their twin flame connection. Twins, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. This is a reading for twin flames in separation. If you're not sure what a twin flame is, or if you're in a connection such as that, I have put a link to Gabi Kovalenko's beautiful and thorough explanation of the twin flame dynamic in the description box below. So, in a nutshell, the twin flame connection describes two people that share one energetic soul. So, one soul, two bodies. There's usually a runner and a chaser dynamic, and those positions between the twins can flip. One person runs, one person chases, and it can flip. There's usually a separation period, and it's a very harrowing ordeal where both twins have to spiritually ascend to discover their spiritual gifts, their calling, to discover the fact that they are a fully autonomous person and have the ability to love themselves as well as one another. And they don't always end up in union. You don't have to be in union with your twin. But as far as I know, and in my experience as a twin flame, you cannot cut the cord. I've tried. So if you're here for a twin flame reading, if you're here just to hear a message, I welcome you. If you're here as a cross watcher, I welcome you. I do these readings to help twins try and navigate their journey, because it's really difficult, and I just wanted to help people that are maybe going through something similar. So I got a brand new deck, and I'm super excited about it, and you're the first ones that I'm using this deck for. The Citadel Oracle deck for the base energies, and of course the beautiful Light Seers Tarot for your tarot reading. So I'm going to pull 4 cards from this deck: your energy, your person's energy, the connection, and advice from spirit. Cards have been pre-shuffled. Palo Santo has been burned. 2 flames are going. For the water signs, please, and the twin flame connection. Okay. One more. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And then the tarot. All right. You got one extra from the tarot. You know, I didn't choose a deck for the overall energy. Should have thought about this before I turned on the camera. Let's see. It's gonna be... Nope. It's gonna be Colette Baron Reed. Wisdom of the Oracle for the overall energy. For the water signs and the twin flame connection, thank you, Spirit. Number 4, the Emperor energy, a higher power. Yeah, isn't that just so? It's precisely what the twin flame connection is, right? Twins incarnated at this time to raise the vibration of humanity. It's a tall order for twins, but that's That's the job, to raise the vibration of the people around you, to make the world a better place, just by you being in it, twins. But number 4 of the major arcana, the Emperor energy, talks about, somebody really powerful, who knows what their power is, who knows their connection to the divine and uses it for good purposes, but stands in that power, really tall and strong. You can see here, there's kind of a keyhole there, unlocking the third eye, understanding what your clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, clairgustant gifts are. And the extra card that came out, of course, was the Hermit, which talks about the dark night of the soul, which talks about a spiritual awakening, doing the tough inner spiritual work. Good for you. This is not easy. It's not easy to be in this energy because it feels, one, it's solitary. Yes, it's solitary by choice in one aspect, but it's almost, when I was going through my spiritual awakening, it's like, did I have a choice? These questions were just kind of eating away at me. Right? And then you start to sit in meditation, start to quiet the mind, and then all of a sudden these downloads start coming in. You're like, where is that message coming from? I'm going to look at your energy, but feel free to flip it, because twins notoriously mirror one another. I also want to show you, I have this on my desk for your reading today. I've brought this out before, but it's quite spectacular. Like this golden healer crystal flame. Your energy, you got the Smith, overthinking, taking action. The Smith, overthinking, taking action, like a blacksmith. Somebody who is getting to work, I just heard. So there could be a lot of things that you're working on right now, water signs, where you're just being very diligent. And you know what's so beautiful? It was clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. This is the card of diligence and hard work. It's an investment. It's where do we invest the majority of our time, effort, and energy. Often talks about a workplace situation with this card. So these two so beautifully complement one another as cards. And it shows me that you are being so focused right now. And I can identify this as a water sign. I have been really like nose to the grindstone and trying new things and trying to broaden my horizons, trying to be devoted to my day job, to this, and to my health. Like I don't know, I think, especially with the solar eclipse that just came through, especially for cancers, if you're a Cancer, like there was an inevitable shift for the cardinal signs. But I think everybody experienced it after that eclipse. It's like things were not going to be the same. We didn't have a choice, right? Did I have a choice? No. But it's working in your favor. And you should start to kind of see yourselves that way, that okay, Spirit just said, what I touch turns to gold. Spirit just said that to me in my head, like, what they touch turns to gold. It's like you put your hand to something. It's, when this kind of gavel or whatever, the hammer, strikes the metal, it creates a spark. So it's almost like Spirit is saying, you know, strike while the iron is hot. Strike energetically. Be bold. Make the first move. Explore. Go beyond your own limitations. Like, push yourself to literally be the best version of yourself that you know how to be. And it's not about accomplishment. It's not about, you know, checking off things off a list. It's just about opening up your heart to the possibility that you could be boundless. I'm gonna ask for a clarifier for your energy. The words, though, are overthinking and taking action, and those seem to counter one another. Because when we overthink something, we actually don't take action, we actually become stagnant. So it's this idea that you can think about something to a certain point, but then you just, it's the difference between words and actions. At some point, you just gotta go. Can I have a clarifier for the water signs energy, please? Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Oh, I wish you could have seen the way this card flipped out of the deck. The Devil. This has very personal meaning for me. Capricorn energy, I'd like to point out. Okay, now I see where that overthinking, taking action comes in. The Devil represents fear, it represents distraction, because, I mean, look at him. I mean, it's a little distracting, but like alluring. It's addictive, and it's hard to break away. If those energies were established in you and have been for a long time, really hard. You know, I was telling, I don't know in my last series of readings, I was telling some of the signs, just as an example of something that I recently started taking Pilates classes, which for me, it's, you know, when I'm fit and whatever, no one's going to be laughing. But right now it's a little laughable because Pilates is really hard. And what am I doing in a Pilates gym? But anyway, massive fear around that. Walking into a Pilates establishment with, you know, a body that I don't feel particularly secure about, having not been physically active for a long time, tentative about just doing something new, going to a different part of the city to do it when this introvert just wants to hide away, right? Read tarot all day. But we have to step outside of a comfort zone. And there was just something, you know, a friend said, let's do it. And I was like, okay, you know, but you got to break through the seduction of what calls us and keeps us stagnant. Why did that devil have to show up? You know, but despite all, you're working hard. I see you're putting in the time, you're putting in the investment, but it could be a little bit of an uphill battle, but you're persevering, and that's what the whole point is. You know, and maybe too, this energy of codependence on your twin. What will my twin think? What is my twin doing? What would my twin, you know, want me to focus on? I mean, almost like, who cares? Not who cares, but a little bit. Your twin's doing their own thing. And you should focus on what makes you happy. What did they get on your person? The Champion, achievement, and downfall. So, okay, I get it now. Remember, this is the first time I'm using this deck, and I never read the booklet. So there's kind of a word and a counter word. Achievement and downfall. So it's interesting. I see the sword here. Makes me think of, maybe your twin is an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Doesn't have to be, but could be. Maybe your twin is an earth sign or a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Your twin is in a slightly different space than you are, right? I can see you here working diligently on something, but I see it as though you're working on it for your own edification, your own satisfaction. With your twin, I see them, especially because the word the Champion is here, it reminds me of like Five of Swords energy, right? Like winning at all costs. Like your twin is really perhaps wrapped up in the idea of accomplishment, achievement, that their identity requires them to be able to put something cool on their resume, their life resume. And that's their choice, right? That's up to them. That's how, if that's what they value, that's what they value. But the word at the bottom is downfall, and the clarifier is the Ten of Cups in the reverse. I think your twin is kind of realizing, and I'm going to get another clarifier on it, but it's just intuitively what I feel, that the things that they thought long and hard about that would make them happy are not really filling that need. The Ten of Cups in the upright talks about fulfillment, happiness, joy, bliss, connectedness, right? They got this in the reverse. I'm going to ask for a clarifier for the Champion and the Ten of Cups for their person, please, for their twin. A whole mess of cards came out, but I'm going to take the one that flipped out first. I was close. I said Five of Swords, but the Five of Pentacles came out. This is a card of feeling left out, left behind. I feel as though you're looking at this energy straight in the eye. Maybe you're deliberating on whether or not you're going to take his hand. It's alluring, but you're looking at it. I don't think your twin is looking at it, looking at this feeling of being left out, downtrodden. They're not looking, I don't find or feel that they're looking at the source of their unhappiness. You see, there's the skeleton key there. Whenever I see a skeleton key in any tarot deck or oracle deck, it symbolizes a connection to the divine. This character has the key to that door so within their grasp that they could step forward, perhaps to you on the other side of that door at any time. But they're, preoccupied with achievement, right? Maybe, there's that keyhole, remember? They have what it takes to unlock things, but they haven't necessarily finished. See how it's kind of in the similar sitting position, but one is looking forward and one is looking down towards their own navel. I just heard navel gazing. Navel gazing. That, you know, there was like a movement of music. I want to say it was the late 90s. It was called, maybe it was the 2000s, but I think it was the late 90s. That was called navel gazing. It was like emo music. It was music where people were just so feeling sorry for themselves. And I'm not trying to make light of what your twin is going through, but like, I see you with this energy, and it's just like, come on already. Put the work in, twin. Put the work in. Here I am, almost like facing this battle for the both of us. And here you are feeling sorry for yourself. Yikes. I don't know where that came from. Perhaps it's a little bit of projection. But I said what I said. What does the connection, I almost said union. What does the connection hold? The cartographer, a crossroads exploration. And we have this gorgeous compass at the bottom. Oh, this really reminds me. The protractor, do they also call it a compass? Reminds me of the Freemasons. The Freemason symbol uses this device. When we look at the cartographer, we're looking at orientation, landing places, mapping, trying to find our way, trying to map out our destiny, our blueprint. I feel as though, because it's clarified by the Page of Swords, which talks about curiosity, learning, research. Well, spirit guides just came in because they just muted my ear. They tunneled my ear. Research. You could be looking into the twin flame journey. Maybe you are new to it. Maybe you're trying to figure out whether or not this is an actual twin flame or a false flame. Right? It can look similar, but it's not the same. Your twin will not be abusive, will not be attacking in any way, verbally, emotionally, physically. That is not your twin. Your twin would never do that. True twin. Now, a twin might breadcrumb you a little bit, ghost you, be immature. That's a twin. But it's this unmistakable bond. A bond like you haven't had with anybody else in your life, no matter how close you were to that person. A twin is set apart. You almost seem to anticipate when one of you is in need. Maybe it's those times when you reach out after not having talked to your twin for a year, years, and all of a sudden there's something dramatic that happens to you or them, and just feel the need to reach out. It's a psychic link. And there could be a lot of trying to understand how it all connects. Now, I almost see this, I almost see this as one or both of you trying to make it make sense, is what I just heard. Make it logical, make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm trying to read up on it. I'm trying to understand, have the epiphanies. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Can I have a card for the connection, please, Spirit. The twins, water signs. The water signs, please. Thank you. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups in reverse. You want to reach out to one another. You want to offer something to one another, but no one's budging. Knight of Cups in reverse. Look, I mean, Knight of Cups in the upright it's just beautiful, authentic energy, but when it's in reverse, it's kind of like, there's fear. You know, what if I offer something and it's not enough? It's not enough to sustain us, is what I just heard. You know, maybe the two of you are at a long distance from one another, and it would require one of you to move. It would require one of you to make a sacrifice, and you're just not ready. But you're spying, you're looking, you're still wondering about your twin. What is the advice from Spirit? The Captain, taking command and teamwork. Look at this card. Look at this card. Look at this card. Just remember, this is the first time I'm using this deck. I've only looked at all the images one time, so I don't have them committed to memory. The lanterns here, lighting the way. The lantern, perhaps, that the Hermit holds. The Hermit holds a lantern that has the energy of the star, right? If we're talking about cartography, mapping the land, mapping the seas, mapping the universe, the stars, this is you and your twin in the 5D. Remember, in the 5D, you and your twin are as one. You are as one. And it's, you know, I always tell people, some twins that I know personally, you want your twin to be happy. You want your twin to be successful. You want your twin to be independent. And it's hard, because all you want to do is just be in their arms, right? But if they're doing well, then you're going to do well, right? Because the twins make each other rise to the occasion. It's like having a permanent cosmic accountability partner. Taking the lead with the captain of your own ship. Teamwork. And it's clarified by the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is looking back to the past with fondness. It's, you know, if you have the desire to be in union with your twin, then of course I would pray for that for you. If not, if you're just trying to understand how you can use this connection to up-level your life, then I pray for that for you too. What Spirit is showing me, because this is Spirit's advice, is to remember your twin, or think of your twin as they are, of course, the good, the bad, and the ugly, but to look more at what was good between the two of you and how you brought the best out of each other in those moments, so that you can bring the best out of yourself in the present. Let me get a clarifier for that. For the Six of Cups, please, Spirit. Look, I'm so happy right now because I'm a water sign, and I want to see this card on the other end, right? It's like angel and devil. This is Spirit's word and prayer for you, and intention for you and your twin, Look at her looking up at the heavens, just basking in that glow of the sun, in the warmth of the cosmos of spirit. Arms fully outstretched, heart chakra open, ready to receive. The sun, number 19 in the major arcana, is the best card in the tarot. It's happiness in all of its forms. And you got that to describe your teamwork. I'm kind of annoyed because they just said teamwork makes the dream work, and I hate that expression. And I wasn't going to say it, but it's just like, nope, Spirit wanted me to say it, so I'm going to say it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, water signs. Keep the faith, you know. First, faith in yourself. Faith in yourself. I'm going to read from the book for number 4, Higher Power. Number 4, conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. So that's a beautiful reading, water signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, twins.